Hey Pisces Star Seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's see what the messages are. The energy definitely has been rocking, okay? So know that you are protected and we're just feeling through everything. It's really not our energy, but we feel it. So I was doing a pre-shuffle and what came out was the King of Swords, the Empress, and the Four of Pentacles. So the King of Swords talks about our mind. Okay, how we're influenced. We have discernment here as well. So knowing when you need to do something or if it's just not yours and you're there to observe it. Okay, so we have synergy here. So it says here, it supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So it's about having an open mind. King of Swords and synergy. Synergy is number 41. That's a 5. So the change in how we think, the change in how we perceive, and then we have the Empress in the middle. And the Empress is about abundance, receiving, you know, that higher luxury, things just working out in this very receptive mode. So it's like all of these new things are coming in for you because you're having an open mind. You're shifting away from like rigid thinking to like, okay, let's see what happens. So, and then we have the Four of Pentacles as like the outcome. So in this image, I feel like it's, you know, that armadillo, they have those hard skins to protect what's important to them, that Ace of Pentacles. So even though you have this open mind, you still have these core beliefs that are non-negotiable. So those have to do with self-respect, integrity, honesty, loyalty, you know, all those stability kinds of things that Pisces need in order to be creative, 333, and just operate. Like you have this touchstone, you have this anchor. So those things are non-negotiable. But you're like, okay, how does that look? It's different from what you might have thought. So we have discernment, and then we have miracle underneath. Okay, so things work out. 3-3 or 33 is this miracle card. And then cosmic flower. So, and underneath that is allowance. So these are a lot of those similar terms that are being used throughout these different decks and explanations. So what will you allow? What will you not? What's a non-negotiable? What do you need? Because we have the Earth card here. It's like that root to rise. We have to know what we stand for in order to blossom. Okay, so let's pull some more tarot. Sorry if there is noise. There are people outside. Okay, but again, it's that reminder that there are distractions. But what are you locked into? What is your sight set on that's really, really important to you? and sit with it because it changes over time. Okay, at some point in your life, it might have been about living really fast, really hard, but now you're like, actually, I need something that's steady. So revisit what your ideals are to make sure they're in alignment now with who you are now. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords here. So logic, protection, putting up a boundary, like, okay, you cannot get into my heart or my mind without these swords here first. That's that fighting fish, okay? We have the Eight of Swords. So it's like you're fighting to get out of some kind of mental block where you're almost punishing yourself for things you've done in the past by staying in a relationship or situations that aren't healthy. It's almost like, I deserve this, subconsciously, but you don't, okay? We have the Four of Wands and the Hierophant. So this is about a connection, family, romantic, something that at one time felt really good, but you realize that it's not good for you. There is a trap. And I'm looking at this ram. Okay, that's Aries energy, okay? So you could be dealing with someone who's very controlling or selfish, and you just kind of went along with it because you're like, well, I did do some things in the past, maybe to another Aries, that you're like, I'm paying for that now. But that karma's been paid. Like, think about that other person. Maybe their karma was to have that situation with you. So now you're both even. So there's not, with the Nine of Wands here, this is the wounded warrior. So you've been hurt enough and you've been fighting for a long time with this Two of Swords, King of Swords even, and it's in your mind, okay? Whatever that was that happened in the past, there was a back and forth. There was okay, this happened and then I did this, and then that happened and then I did that. That has neutralized itself. So that situation is over. And now you're getting out of that mental place that kind of keeps you stuck back there. So you're getting out of that now. So as we approach that Lunar New Year, February 17th, and as we approach Saturn finally moving out of Pisces and moving into Aries, this cycle is over. So try your best to be gentle with your mind. You're just like going through it all again mentally. Okay, what do we have here? We have the moon. Okay, so it's all that unconscious, all those residual feelings that you're working through, all the regret you had for a situation that happened in the past. And however long ago doesn't really matter. It's just knowing that it's just on your shoulder a little bit, reminding you did that, Pisces. But this is where you take control over your own mind and say, I have resolved that. That was a karmic situation where everyone involved needed to experience it, and it's over now. And now it's moving forward and living your life knowing that you have fulfilled something that happened in the past, whether it was past life or this life. It's over now. Okay. Yeah, judgment. That already happened. It's already been transmuted. So you don't have to suffer through reliving it or in a similar situation or punishing yourself. No more. You've already given and received this past judgment. So this is over. All those Saturn lessons, they're over. Okay, so this is all just residual energy that once February 13th, which actually is a Friday, the 13th, and you know what? In Buddhism, odd numbers are good. 13 is lucky because it's a change, it's a shift. So know that you're out of this old energy and maybe plan something fun for that day. I know I'm gonna go see a movie. I've already bought my ticket. Wuthering Heights, right? See a little bit of romance, but tragic. 11/11. Okay, Pisces. So you'll be able to breathe out. You don't have to put up with this hurtful energy anymore. Expect miracles. You know, this is all for you. All right, Pisces. Okay, I love you. We'll see you soon.